Why do so many future doctors who seem to have it all suddenly quit? Let's find the answer to that question. Hey, my name is Søren and I'm a 5th year med student. In the media, medicine is either the worst or the best. But what is it now? Well, as everything in life, probably somewhere in between. Medicine is not all holy, and I'm going to put it out there why. So you can make a decision on whether medicine is something for you or you should proceed another career. The first reason why many med students quit is because of the disconnect between expectations and reality. Okay, but what does this mean? Well, you can't actually know what medicine or being a doctor actually is until you have done it yourself. And people who want to start medicine praise it high. That means that they will think, well, oh, being a doctor, that is the best thing that could ever happen to me, and I'm going to help so many people, and so on. But in reality, medicine is much harder and not all roses. But in reality, there is also a lot of paperwork that you have to do despite of seeing patients. Also, a lot of illnesses is not like, oh my god, you solved the problem. It can be a chronic disease that makes it hard to actually satisfy a patient. If a patient comes with chronic pain, then this patient won't be a very happy one. And it will also be a hard task to make this person happy. The second reason is the path on becoming a doctor. I've already talked about that in another video, links in the description and up here, and there I show that medicine is one of the longest and hardest things you could ever do. And you don't know how hard it is until you have actually tried it. There is also a lot of competition from your peers because you're all striving to get that specialty you actually want. That can make the community actually a little bit toxic. Stories will spread around that you shouldn't use anything else but your own things you make. Don't take notes from others because they will deliberately make mistakes in them. Well, so the story goes. And I've never tried because I don't want to find out. Also, people spreading other misinformation about tests that are coming up or any other things, which makes it sometimes hard to know what's real and what's not. I have to say that these are all rumors and a lot of them are actually not true. But whether it is a rumor or not, if you believe in it, it will wear on your mental health. The third reason why you would quit medicine is actually because of the high cost. And I'm not only talking about money here, because most of the times you already know what you're getting yourself into when you start medicine. But also the costs on your mental health, because the work-life balance in medicine is not great. People start with a full motivation and quickly realize that it's way too hard and they will not succeed in 6 or even more years in med school. The fourth reason why people quit medicine is because they started with the wrong reasons. There are 2 typical reasons why people start. You must split reasoning into 2 parts. Intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation means that you as a person really want to do something. And that can be because you want to help people or you just like the human body and you want to learn everything about it. And extrinsic motivation is other people giving you reasons why to do something. That is, if you get good grades, you will get a new phone, or if you get good grades, you will make us happy, and all that stuff. You already hear it coming. Intrinsic motivation is a way better reason to start medicine because you will hold on to medicine much longer because it is you yourself who wants it. And I have heard people starting medicine because their parents want them to become a doctor, but they're not really sure yet. Then at that point it can go both ways. Or they will find a passion for that what they're doing right now, which is medicine, or they will grow to hate it because it's way too much work and they didn't like it in the first place. Whether somebody will quit medicine is also dependent on a few factors. One of them being your resilience to stress. I don't need to tell you that medicine can be very stressful and some people can just cope with more stress than others. Another factor is your own abilities. Some people just pick up on information much faster than others. That means you'll have to spend less time studying something than someone else. This will reduce the overall stress you have in medicine. The problem actually has been really bad lately. The real reason why I'm making this YouTube video is actually because the suicide rates under med students in Belgium is actually quite high. It is way higher than other education forms. That is the reason why in Ghent you are obliged to join a talking group if you study medicine. This is a group of all med students with a mentor, and this mentor is actually a doctor that has been in the field for a long time. This group solely exists to help you cope with your stress and to talk about your feelings and to talk about the things that you went through in medicine. It is mostly pointed to things that you will experience during your internships, because sometimes you will be the reason that somebody gets hurt or dies even. Not that it's really your fault because you couldn't have known, but if somebody dies at your side because you might have done something wrong, that can really impact you as a person. It can still leave a nasty print on your mental health. So it's good that these groups are there. But still, almost each year we still get a message that somebody in medicine has ended their life because of various reasons. Also a frequent reason is that most people in medicine actually have parents who also practice as a doctor. And that puts a burden on these students, because all they have ever known is becoming a doctor. Now they stand in the field and they experience that they actually don't really like it. But what do you do now? Your parents want you to become a doctor. You wanted to become a doctor. You've studied more than 6 years to become a doctor. And now that you're there, you don't even like it. I understand that it can feel that your life is falling apart. That being said, if you have dark thoughts or you're thinking about ending your life, please seek help and contact someone, even if it's just a random stranger. The fifth reason why people quit medicine is burnout. Just pick this example. You are working in the ER and a patient goes into cardiac arrest, which means their heart stops beating. You do chest compressions and that's a good thing. But after a half an hour, the doctor just says, well, we should give up. This patient has no chance to survive. And even if he did, the consequences would be severe. What I want to say is, as a doctor, you literally can decide between life and death. When do you make that decision to end somebody's life? Well, even though he was already dead, you decide to give up on this person. Luckily, if you choose your specialty, you can choose one that has more or less of this. Like oncologists, doctors who work with cancer patients, well, they tend to see more people die than, let's say, a dermatologist, who rarely sees somebody die. I've already talked about this, but also the paperwork that comes with it. You used to see more patients, but now you're spending more time on your computer to make sure that the patient record is actually up to date. The sixth reason why med students and doctors quit medicine is on the way how they get paid. In different countries, there are other methods of paying a doctor. I'm not going to go into detail here, but this leads to some countries paying their doctors more than others. Like for instance in the UK, doctors don't earn as much as the doctors in the US. It's the same in Belgium, doctors earn more than the doctors in the Netherlands. It's just the way how the healthcare system is built. But is it actually true that more doctors and more med students are quitting medicine? Well, the answer to this question is actually partially unknown, because there are no real good records on this. Because of social media growing and growing, you get to see more people quitting medicine. And I'm talking about Dr. Jabal or Ali Abdal. If you're enjoying this video so far, please like and subscribe so more people will see this video. Up until this moment, this video has rather been negative. But through my eyes, you would see that medicine is, for me at least, still one of the most rewarding things you could ever do. You're still helping people and you're studying about the things that you love. Who doesn't want to know how your muscles contract or how you think even? I just wanted to let you know that medicine is not for everyone and that you should practice medicine with a passion and not because your parents tell you to or you want a lot of money. But again, there are pros and cons to every job, and that is no different in medicine. There will be things that I like doing about my job and there will be things that I dislike doing. I hope this video lets you decide on whether you should start medicine or not, or you should continue medicine or not, or that you just enjoyed this video. And if you enjoyed this video, YouTube think that you will enjoy this video as well.